Hi class. We have the 10th class here. Today we continue with vectors again. This Y question, a past question. The vectors this and this are parallel to OP and OQ respectively, meaning the first is parallel to the first here OP, the second is parallel to the second here OQ. If the magnitude of vector OP and vector OQ are 80 units and 120 units respectively. The magnitude of OP is 80 and the second one here is equal to the second one here respectively. Express vector OP and vector OQ in terms of I and J. In terms of I and J. Now, when you look at OP, it is parallel to this. Yes, it is parallel to this. And OQ is also parallel to this. And the magnitude of their magnitude are also given 80 and 120. Yet we want to express OP and OQ in terms of I and J. But we need to understand that I and J, they are unit vectors. So the fact that they are unit vectors and OP is parallel to this, so we need to find unit vector of this. And the fact that OQ is parallel to this, OQ is parallel to this, right? And OQ is also to be expressed in I and J. Then we need to find the unit vector of this one. So we find the unit vector of this, we find the unit vector of this. That's what because we want to express them in I and J. So we are given OP being parallel to this one, 6I plus 8J. Yeah, then OQ is also parallel to what? 8I minus 6J. Okay. So in that case, let's find their magnitudes. Sorry, their unit vectors. So for the unit vector OP, unit vector, we always give it a cap at the top. For unit vector OP, this one, how do we find unit vectors? We say the vector itself over what? The magnitude of the components. So we say 6. We are dealing with OP for now. So we say 6I plus 8J. The vector itself over what? The magnitude of the vector. So we say 6 squared plus 8 squared. So 6I plus 8J over 6 squared is what? Is 36. 36 plus 8 squared, 64. So we get 100. So, but what is common at the top is 2. 2 into 6 is 3I. Plus 2 into 8 is 4G. Square root of 100 is 10. This is 1, this is 5. So we have 3I plus 4G over what? Over 5. This is the unit vector for what? OP. But we are told that the magnitude of OP is 80. So if the magnitude is given as 80, and this is what? The unit vector, and we are to express OP in I and J, so we can simply say what? Our OP has now become, the magnitude is what? Is 80. So we say 80 multiplied by the unit vector for that OP. So we say 3I plus 4J over 5. Well, 5 into 80 is what? Is 16. So OP is equal to 5, okay, 16 times 3 is 48I plus 16 times 4, 32, 32 is 64J. So this is what? OP in I and J. The same thing we are coming to apply for the OQ. Okay. So we say for OQ, we also going to find what the unit vector is. When you indicate the cap at the top, it represents what? Unit vector. Unit vector is equal to the vector itself. We are going for OQ now. The vector itself over what? The magnitude of that vector. And the magnitude is the square root of 8 squared plus minus 6 squared. Remember, I did videos of how to find the magnitude of a vector. So we say 8I minus 6j over. So 8 squared, look at it here, 8 squared minus 6 squared is the same as 6 squared. So it means everything is going to be 10. We don't want to waste time again, so we can just say what? 10. Because 64 plus 36 is 100. Square root of 100 is 10. I hope it is clear. Okay. But if you factor 2 here, there will remain 4I minus 3j over 10. So 2 is 1, 2 is 5. So we have 4I minus 3j over 5. This is the unit vector for OQ. But the magnitude of OQ is what? Is 120. So we just multiply it by 120. Why we are doing all that? Because we want to express it in what? In the unit vectors I and j. So in that case, our OQ is now equal to the 120 multiplied by 4I minus 3j divided by 5. 5 into 120 is what? Is 24. 5 into 12 is 2. In that 20, in that 20 is 4. So 24 by 4 is 96. 24 by 3, 672 J. So we've expressed OP and OQ in I and J. So the big part of the question is that express magnitude PQ in this form. Magnitude what? PQ. But we are not given PQ. We are only given OP and OQ. So if we don't get PQ, we cannot find the magnitude of PQ. So we need first PQ. So say vector PQ, remember the first videos for vectors. I gave you two formulas for PQ. So PQ, according to the one we are dealing with here, where we are given OP and OQ, is vector O, the second letter first, minus vector O, the first letter. You start with the second minus the first. OP. So what is OP? OP is, so PQ, PQ, where is PQ? Oh, sorry, OQ. OQ is this one. OQ is 96I minus 72J. Then there is a minus sign. After OP, OP is 48. But after the minus, this OP is about to be replaced by an expression. So we need to acknowledge the brackets. Yes, so OP is what? 48 I plus 64 plus 64J. Okay, 64. So 96I minus 72J. This one affect this to become 48I. This and this minus 64J. 96 minus 48 is 48. minus 72 minus 64. 136, yes, minus 136. So what we need PQ, the question is to find the magnitude of vector PQ. So which is the square root of this and this 48 squared plus minus 136 squared. So you can simply use your calculator to get that. So first of all, we need 48 squared. 48 squared, 2304. 2304 plus 136 squared. Forget about the minus. Once you square, the minus will become positive. 136 squared, 18496. 18496. So what do we have? 2304 plus 18496. So immediately we get 40 root 13. And this is exactly in the form C root K. Remember, they asked us to leave the answer in C root K form, where C and K are constant. Say 40 is a constant, 13 is a constant. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow, like, share, and comment. See you in my next video.